In this episode of Conflict Resolution, we're going to talk about understanding different perspectives. Conflicts can happen with staff members, students, parents, you name it. And conflicts are emotional, they're complex, and sometimes explosive. As a leader in a conflict resolution, it is really important for you to show empathy, patience, and have an open mind. And part of that is to be considerate of different perspectives of other people in the conflict. Everybody has their own unique, valid, and personal perspective. For example, you may have two students in a conflict, and the first student may feel wronged and disrespected, and the other student may feel unfairly accused and targeted by that person. As a leader, it's important for us to listen to both sides and consider the contributing factors. Are there outside influences? What emotions are involved? Are the students' reactions realistic? Are there previous conflicts between these two? Are there cliques going on and they're just constantly warring in the school? Any of those things can be happening, and you just have to really figure out from their perspective what's going on to help try to resolve the conflict. Another consideration may be the level of importance or investment for that student. A minor disagreement between students, we may feel as teachers is little and not that big of a deal, but it may be major in the eyes of the students that are involved. And the higher the personal investment that the student has in it, the higher the emotional reactions are going to be, and the larger the outbursts are. So something to us that may seem trivial and not that big of a deal may be the end of the world to this student. So let's try to approach that with sensitivity and understanding. Recognize the level of significance and that it's not equal to the adults. Creating a safe and supportive environment by understanding those perspectives is really valuable to creating that environment that you're trying to create. Make sure that all concerned are heard and valued. There may still be consequences, and there's definitely repercussions based on their actions. Now, let's talk about perspectives that may be rooted in cultural or social differences. Cultural diversities change our perspective. Social experience affect our perspective. Being sensitive to social and cultural differences is important. You may need to consult with experts in the area. Take time to listen and to learn, and provide that learning for your staff as well. So let's take me, for example. I'm a white woman. I'm in my 50s. I'm married, and I was raised in the Midwest. I live in an upper middle class income area. My perspective will be based on my experiences. Now, let's take that and look at a young Hispanic teenager. He was born in Mexico, and he moved to the U.S. as a preteen. There's going to be a significant difference in his experiences and his view of the world than mine. My understanding of culture will be different than what his is. That doesn't make his experience or his perspective any more right or wrong than mine. Our perspectives will just be different based on our background, based on our sex, our age, our culture, our language, etc. The nature of conflict has a lot to do with our perspective. What is the nature of the conflict? Emotions run high in conflicts, especially when personal identity is involved. Let's think about race, gender, sexual orientation. All of these things may help us to understand how their perspective is going to change and how we can handle those perspectives in a conflict. With conflict resolution, understanding different perspectives is critical. You have to use active listening, and you have to understand the level of importance to those that are involved. What is their perspective of that? Create a supportive and educational environment by understanding others' perspective is key. But I would love to hear what you think. Have you ever been in a situation where team members didn't relate to one another? Feel free to share your non-being told stories in the comments. And any other suggestions or comments you may have are also welcome. For more videos like this, visit our free resource library at lighthouse-therapy.com. Thank you and have a blessed day.